Hi, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to try something a little bit different. Bring in my husband, Mike, who is not nearly as big a Big Brother fan as I am. I've watched since season 1, and I've pretty much seen every CBS episode and watched After Dark.
I have not.
Religiously. And
I go to bed.
And he goes to sleep and doesn't really care. Didn't he used to watch Big Brother more in the beginning?
In the early seasons, back before season 10, I would watch frequently, but
So
haven't really paid attention, and most of the time I hate the cast members. So.
Hey, that's not nice. So we don't really watch it together that much, but this season we're trying to get back into it and have him watch along since it's All Stars, exciting. Janelle and Kaysar, yay. So yeah, so we'll see how long he lasts. He's watched a few of the episodes so far. Not really doing the live feeds like I am this season, but maybe he will eventually. He's going to get addicted.
Nope.
So anyway, but you kind of like it.
Not the live feeds.
So anyway, we'll talk about some things that have been going on, a little bit of live feed stuff that I've seen recently. Again, Janelle and Kaysar, sad. Again, coming in, I kind of mentioned this in other videos, but coming in, I would have never thought that they'd be like underdogs. And I wasn't always the biggest Janelle fan, I have to admit, but this season I'm kind of feeling bad for her, and actually I'm rooting for her and Kaysar, so I don't know who's going to wind up staying. We all know one of them because of all the happenings that have gone on so far, and that neither one of them is going to be taken off the block. So one of them, unless the Big Brother God shine down and save one of them with some kind of weird twist, which I don't think they're going to do, then I think one of them is definitely going home this week. So not too happy about that. Do you like them?
I never was a Janelle fan. I always thought I just didn't like her. She just rubbed me the wrong way. But I do feel bad for her this season. It feels like everybody in the house is against her and Kaysar. They seem to be they keep trying to rally people to their cause and kind of build a little alliance. But it seems like everybody else in the house is aligned against them. And you got the various alliances. Everybody's making secret alliances behind each back. I've never seen so many people involved in several alliances at the same time. So that's what's a little different. I think because they're all stars, they're trying to outsmart each other. I have certain players that I would really like to see go, Memphis. But yeah, this is a very odd season, and Kaysar and Janelle just seem to be alone
On an island.
and yeah, they just don't have anybody that's really got their back. So I kind of see why people would root for them. I like Kaysar.
What up, Kaysar?
And Janelle, she's growing on me. I do feel bad that she's getting
She seems to have matured a little bit.
Yeah.
They're fun to watch. Actually, their conversations on the live feeds, which you haven't really watched, are it's actually more fun to watch them just talk on the live feed sometimes about just their personal lives than it is to watch the rest of the house gifts talk about anything. I don't know. I guess I'm more old school now since I have watched from the beginning. It's kind of very nostalgic to see those two come back. I was a big fan of the first All-Star season, a lot of the players in that season like James and Howie. So it's kind of, like I said, very nostalgic and kind of good for this year to have some like nostalgia and just kind of some comfort.
Nostalgia.
It's good to have some like comfort. It's almost like comforting to see them come back since they're so old school. But it's definitely very old school versus new school, and it seems like obviously right now new school's winning, which there's a lot more new school players in there, so that makes sense. So I think we will, I don't know. Right now, I think it's kind of going back and forth about who they're going to keep, Janelle or Kaysar, it seems like. Of course, Janelle seems to be the main target and the one most of them want out, but then they all come up with reasons to save Janelle. That one of the biggest reasons being that Janelle and Nicole F. don't like each other, and so the guys keep saying that are kind of supposed to be aligned with Nicole F. that they could use Janelle to take Nicole out and do their dirty work.
Maybe. So. I think they're going to go for Janelle. I think she's the greater threat to everybody else. If she does make it through this eviction, I think she's going to end up being able to rally some other people because it's going to feel like she has nobody on her side. once you're kind of by yourself, nobody kind of perceives you as a threat. So I think Janelle, if she does make it through, she'll rally everybody to her cause, some of the outside people. I think she knows that Cody, Memphis, and Danny and Nicole are all kind of aligned together, Tyler sort of. But I think what's going to happen is they're going to end up evicting Janelle. Kaysar's going to make it through. Kaysar is not as big of a threat. He's made some terrible decisions that got him out of the house in past seasons. So I think what's going to happen is he's going to end up staying. He's going to be like David, where he's not really a threat. He's just kind of there. And he's going to be somebody you can just always put up on the block and, doesn't really have a game. So
well, I hope if he does stay, he comes back and gets revenge for Janelle.
Maybe.
I'm not sure if Janelle knows. I don't know. There's some debate whether Janelle knows if Memphis is included in all those lines. As she keeps trying to get him on their side.
It's very clear she knows she's been lied to by him.
Well, yeah. Now I think she knows that Memphis is definitely not on their side, and
she is very smart, and she could see right through his lies. And she knew he threw the veto competition or the safety suite, and yeah, I don't think she trusts him at all.
And maybe the veto. I think he might have.
No, Cody won the veto.
I know Cody won. That hasn't aired yet, but I think there's also been some talk that Memphis might have thrown that too. I'm not sure about that.
Spoiler if you didn't know, Cody won the veto.
Cody won veto.
Spoiler.
Spoiler alert.
Rewind 5 minutes, and I'll say spoiler, and then.
Yeah, we should have said at the beginning that we're going to have some spoilers. Live feeds. I think I mentioned that we might talk little live feeds in this, so definitely some spoilers. But yeah, so I don't know. I think up until now, Janelle's kind of thought Memphis was kind of on it by himself, but I think hopefully she's figuring out that he is kind of with other people. She kept trying to pull him in and think that they kind of had a little thing going. And of course, Memphis doesn't want to let them know that they don't because he wants as many people on his side as possible. But I think she kind of didn't realize how much he is in with some of the other players, even though I don't think that's going to last long because I think the other players are getting annoyed with him anyway.
I think Memphis is overplaying his hand and his alliances, and I think he's going to, when they start picking each other off, I think Memphis is going to be a big target because his ego is bigger than his head.
Yeah, so I think Memphis will be one of the first to go on that side.
And he's got a big bulbous head.
Yeah, so that's, and then, but I was kind of saying about Janelle and Kaysar kind of talking just about life. They have kids and they haven't seen each other in a long time, so it's been kind of sweet to see them just kind of talk to each other and just kind of like I said, it's been more interesting to me on the live feeds. Like, it's been really fun to watch that. So one night, a few nights ago, they were talking about Janelle has a VRBO that Janelle has a VB, how do you say it, VRBO?
I don't know what that means.
I forgot what it stands for. But anyway.
Bring your own beer.
V as in Victor. Yeah. So where is that? Maybe it's on the next page.
I don't know what a VRBO is.
It's not B, it's V.
V?
Yeah, where did I totally have that written down? Did I print the wrong thing?
Technical difficulties, folks. Just sit tight. We'll be right back after these messages.
So anyway, Janelle has a VRBO. They were talking about that in Minnesota where she lives. So I thought that was really interesting. She's a real estate agent, and I just found it to be fascinating that she picks up this VRBO and she rents it out for a really high rate.
And as you can see, that's very important to the Big Brother game.
So I told him that we should get a VRBO because if Janelle does it, I think she's a good businesswoman. And does anyone know if you can do VRBO and Airbnb at the same time? Because she made it sound like you couldn't. She's only on VRBO, but I'm not sure how that works. So I was curious about that, but I think it's really something that we could do. And then she also said that she goes on a Disney cruise every year, which I'm all about that. I'm a big Disney fan. So I don't know, I'm kind of becoming Team Janelle, fan of Janelle in real life.
Too bad she'll be out soon.
So I'm going to have to follow her on Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff. And
maybe she'll come back on Big Brother All-Stars season 36.
I know, it's like they got to celebrate Kaysar's birthday, into the house again. I think she said they've done that a couple times, maybe 3 times since they've played together. So now they're 40. So yeah, definitely some old school Big Brother players going on there.
What else should we talk about? So you talk about safety suite.
Yeah, Memphis through the safety suite. It was like the safety suite was like a laser. We know it was like the lasers, which is kind of cool, kind of like Mission Impossible or Oceans, like I think Enzo mentioned. So who would have thought Enzo would win that? I was
actually shocked how big the safety ball was. I wasn't expecting that.
I don't know how they could even get that.
If you haven't seen it, they have to walk through a wire mesh of laser lights. If they break the laser, then the alarm goes off. They have to start over. You have to get all the way to the one side of the room, getting through the lasers. It's pretty easy when you're not carrying anything, just yourself. But then when you have to bring a ball that's on the other side of the room back to the beginning. The ball is huge.
Like one of those
it's
big
bigger than
exercise.
it's one of those huge balls. So
Medicine ball? They call it medicine.
it's not a medicine ball, but it's
Exercise ball.
It's one of those big round inflated balls.
Some
and
people use them to sit on at their desks.
Right, to strengthen your core. So obviously, it's a lot more difficult to get through the laser lights with the ball. Although Enzo seemed to get through pretty quickly.
Yeah,
I don't think he screwed up.
That was crazy.
Nicole took about 15 minutes to get through and then Memphis obviously threw it. He got all the way to the end and then sat there for 10 minutes.
Yeah, I don't think I could do it even without the ball, but with the ball, it seemed pretty impossible. So I'm not sure how they even did that, but kudos to them. And then of course, Enzo chose Christmas as his +1, which I don't know why, but it's kind of interesting. I don't know. Christmas is like flying under the radar this season. I'm not a big Christmas fan. So
I'm a Christmas fan.
I'm not, well, the holiday, but not the.
Both.
Oh, you like Christmas?
Eh.
I don't know. We'll see. She's all right. She's better than last season last time she was on when she, broke her foot.
She just seems so excited to be there.
She does seem overly excited. So we'll see how that works out, but I'm not sure why he chose her. But anyway, so now her punishment, which, spoiler alert, it hasn't been aired yet, but her punishment has been shown on the live feed. She has to have like little star babies. People are saying it's more of a punishment for us, the viewers, and or the other house guests, because I think the babies cry loud and are kind of annoying. I'm not sure. I think she has like 3 of them maybe at this point. She has to take care of them, and they cry. So that's her punishment for being the +1 for the safety suite.
And then we should talk about the have-nots.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I always forget who's have-nots because that isn't like a main thing to me.
So Enzo, Cody,
Enzo, Cody,
Janelle.
Enzo, Cody, Janelle, who are we forgetting? They all volunteered. Most of them volunteered because the people from last week had to pick. People from this week, Nicole picked Janelle, and what did she say? She said,
because she talks about her behind her back.
Can you talk something about her talking about her? So that was funny. Janelle was not too happy about that, and Nicole's like, "Did I say that out loud?" So actually, that was pretty funny.
Nicole let her inner monologue get the best of her. So.
But the rest of the people kind of let people volunteer, so that was good. So nobody had to get people too mad. Everyone kind of just volunteered.
Wait a minute. Enzo is a have-not, and he has the safety suite?
Yeah, I think so. I know
Interesting.
Enzo was having trouble, like on the live
I actually
feed.
just realized he's both of those now. So he gets to eat slop and take cold showers, but he has the safety suite.
But no, he doesn't get to stay in the safety. They don't stay.
Oh, the safety suite.
It's just a
I thought the safety
competition.
suite was like a room, but
That'd be
it's
nice.
just the competition.
Yeah, that'd be cool. They should get to stay in the safety suite if they win it. That's a good idea. Good thinking.
They should consult me for the show.
It's a really cool room. They all say they'd like to stay in the safety suite. They've all said that because it is a really nice room, really nice setup with
As
couches.
Nicole said, she's never been in a VIP suite.
Yeah, so that would be a good idea. They should let
So
the person.
we talk about the have-nots, and then
They should let the person who
and then
wins.
the nominations. So Tyler was the head of household, as you know, and he put up Kaysar and Janelle. It was funny to see Kaysar and Janelle each go into the room to talk to Tyler. They knew they were going up on the block, and I thought it was funny how Tyler was trying to spin it like, oh, you've been talking about me behind my back to everybody in the house. And that really hurt my feelings, man. It really hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
Man, I was so hurt.
Poor Tyler.
Man, he's wrecked.
Well, like a good side note is on Instagram, on Janelle's Instagram. She's like, thanks for all my fans for supporting me. I'm assuming someone else posted that for her. I don't know I'm not sure if Big Brother lets them go on their social media once in a while. Seems like
Probably not.
It seems like they do.
I don't think they have contact to the outside.
I don't know. I think it's definitely if you're HOH, they let you, I think. But anyway, I don't know if she's posting that or very likely it seems like someone, probably her husband or somebody, is posting on her social media for her. So there's a post a couple days ago that said, I think before Tyler nominated her, that said, thanks for all my fans for supporting me. And Angela, Tyler's girlfriend, actually said, I love you so much. Like, I think on like ILYSM, something like that. I love you so much, and all Janelle's fans were like, well, if you love Janelle so much, hopefully you could send some messages to your boyfriend not to nominate her, and I'll only buy your cookbook if Tyler doesn't nominate her. Several people said, because I guess Angela has a cookbook, so that was kind of funny. I thought that Angela supposedly loves Janelle, but yet her boyfriend. So anyway, so thanks for joining in with our first time. We just wanted to try something new and have a chat,
And a new setting.
a new setting, new background. Okay, so in summary, as we all kind of know, we have Tyler HOH, Janelle and Kaysar on the block, nominated by Tyler, and then we have, spoiler alert, Cody won veto, so nominations most likely staying the same. I think they already had the veto meeting, so I think they are staying the same. So what do you guys think? I don't know. Janelle or Kaysar going home this week. What do you want to see happen? What do you think is going to happen? Like I said, I definitely want Janelle to stay, but I kind of feel bad for Kaysar too. Actually, Janelle said something sad that she said that she probably should have said no to coming on this season, so Kaysar had a chance. Tearing up. That was kind of sad. So he said no. It was really good to see her. So he's glad that they both did it. But that was nice of her to say that she should have given him a chance by not even coming on this season. So anyway, I don't know. I'm fine with either of them staying, to be honest, because I like both of them. So we'll see what happens. I'm assuming Janelle's going to go. But what do you guys think? If you like my video, subscribe to my channel. Give me a like. And we'll be talking a lot more Big Brother this season. Thanks. Have a great day.